Hi guys,
Hello, people.
I'm Milena,
I'm Lola.
and we're watching Monster episode 4. Episode 4, episode 3 today.
Yes, third episode today.
Yes.
Could be
The
the
last
last
one.
episode I watched today, because it's getting late.
Yeah.
So it might be the last one, but somehow this really feels like a show to watch 10 episodes at once.
Because
Really, because
no
here we are
episode-
sitting every time being like, what happened?
literally annoyed because we only get more questions. We didn't get one answer so far.
Yep.
Whenever I say something like that, it reminds me of Leftovers. Nothing can be as bad as Leftovers. with
No,
questions.
no, nothing can be leftovers.
So that's not what I'm expecting.
Oh no, nothing can be dark.
I have not.
You have not, but
watched
you
it.
you do not believe again. Every fucking time before we started playing an episode, I had to drink.
Interesting. It's really
I
that
had to drink
leftovers.
something for my head because it would always start hurting. Because my brain just couldn't.
That
Connect.
is, I don't care about any other shows. Let's say Ozark.
Yeah, that we didn't watch.
Like any
that we
other
didn't
shows, I
react
don't
to.
fucking care. The only
I
one that I
know.
care, because that is not a show that I would play in my spare time. Like we can
Guys,
maybe,
if we run out of shows, let's test out watching a show that Milena has not watched and I have watched.
that's not gonna happen.
How am I supposed to give a review for this?
No.
I'm not sure.
Yes,
but...
that's not gonna happen. But maybe we can watch it now because we're gonna start living together soon.
No, we're gonna start living together
Yeah.
soon, people.
So maybe at that point we can watch it together.
Oh my god,
That's-
Milita's gonna hate it.
Really? Why?
Actually, no.
Like we're gonna be in Spain. You know what I mean?
How much
Like-
can she hate things?
But yes, that is the only show that I hate that we're not reacting to.
I know.
Because again, not a typical
no, my
show I would watch
literally
in my
my
spare
head would
time.
start hurting. So this is a little
This
tidbit.
is better, definitely. Apparently,
I read a comment. This is for episode 1. I mean, because we only posted episode 1 of Monster so far, but someone said, and I don't know if that person is new or if they just did cared the most about Monster. I'm not sure, but they were like, why can't you just watch? Why do you have to predict what's happening? Just watch and enjoy or something like that. And he's gonna get 3 episodes of us just apparently not enjoying it. Just trying to speculate what's gonna happen.
God knows,
But,
maybe even
Does-
74
does
episodes.
your brain not work that way? I don't understand people that can just sit and watch and be like, oh, let's see what happens. No. It's not that I want to outsmart the show. It's just that my mind needs to not know, but it's like it wants to find out what's happening. I had this since I was a kid. I think I said the story. I vividly remember this. We went on a birthday when we were in middle school for a friend, and we went to the movie theater and we were watching a movie, and I cannot remember what movie it was, but it was a movie with some mystery in it. I remember watching in the middle of the movie, and I told my friend, but I was being quiet. At least I thought I was being quiet. If I was being loud, then that's on me. But I think I said and I think he is the killer because he did this and this and this and some, I don't know what one was saying, but the guy behind me was just watch. Why do you need to spoil? And I'm but I'm not, this is what I think is gonna happen. So I have done this since I was 10 at least.
I understand.
I was annoying since I was 10. So thankfully there are other reaction channels. It's not just us. But this is how we watch shows.
Yeah, but if I were to watch it by myself, let's say this show, I would just play an episode. I would not talk
Literally.
I would not talk to anybody. So in that way, I do understand that, because I am now reacting to the show, you know. So I like talking to you. But if I were to watch with somebody else, I would not be saying I think this during while we're watching it.
Well, no.
Let's say if we watch 4 episodes, after 4 episodes, or after every
No,
episode,
I
I would
agree.
say something. I think this
I
and this.
agree.
You know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
Otherwise, it would be quiet reactions, which is also fine. Sometimes there's nothing to say in terms of sometimes episodes are just built this way that you just want to just watch.
Focused. Yes, I understand.
But,
I agree.
Sometimes I want to
I don't think this show is
say
like
my
that.
questions out loud.
I mean, I think we are also, while watching it, having more fun that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe less fun for that person. Oh well. The night of
Execution.
who are we executing? Oh my god.
Is it?
This is what I thought. Like I thought the previous episode was gonna somehow
yes.
start with how the murder happened. Somehow I thought honestly that we were gonna figure things out in the first 4 episodes, because like I thought like maybe because of Frieden, where like the first 4 episodes were like one episode. I thought like in the first 4 episodes like maybe we get like the idea of what the show is about. Or maybe this is something else. But Junkeres, would you like to elaborate?
Explain.
I understood monster.
If he is the killer, he is an insane man. You know what I mean? He is.
I don't think so.
Me
It's just that
neither.
like my mind is trying to.
We're watching an insane man.
Like I think
honestly.
like when I try to figure things out, I go out of left field with it. You know what I
understand.
mean?
Yes.
I don't understand this intro. Like I don't understand what Tenma is doing.
No.
Like he is running, but like he's hiding. Night of the execution.
What execution?
Like maybe he tells us now, and then we can connect everything. 4 murders.
Yeah, it's potentially it's him in the intro. Now when I see him.
お前が錠前破りだということは分かっている。お前の仕事はただ鍵を開けることだけだ。あれだけ見事に被害者の首を横一文字に切り裂
That's how they died.
お前にはできない。私の考えでは最低3人必要だ。そのうちナイフ使いの男はリストアップをほぼ済ませて、お前の仲間をその中から絞るのは時間の問題だ。何のためにドイツ全州にまたがり4件もの、それも子供のない中年夫婦と金品は盗まれていたが、あんな小学を3人で分けたのではこの犯罪は割に合わない。一つ司法取引といかないかね。ここで証言すればお前は罪を免れる。
I think he's more afraid of the killer / killers. And that's enough of the questioning.
取り調べはここまでにしていただきます。いや、もう一絞りだ。出て行ってください。主治医の命令です。日を改めましょう。ただし、毒殺されたり失踪したりしない。見張りはしっかりとつけさせてもらえ。あなたの周りではなぜか偶然いろんなトラブルが起きるようですから。
Well, I do work at a hospital.
Literally.
では、
It's just a joke. Me when I lie, it's not just a joke.
なお、ほら、どこへ行く？
散歩ですよ。
勝手な真似をされては困ります。
患者だって気晴らしが必要なんです。庭に出るだけです。
I don't think doctors are the ones that take patients out on walks.
もう喋れるんだろ。こういう日は本当に生きててよかったと思うよ。出世や自分の研究のことだけ考えている方が楽なのさ。私も以前はそうだった。出世して自分のやりたい研究をする。手術を成功させるのは地位を固める手段だ。でもある男の子の手術がきっかけで双子の兄弟のお兄ちゃんでね、頭部を銃撃されたその子を助けることで医者はその命を助けるのが仕事だって。
And if he finds out that that boy now is like a
Yeah.
serial killer that has killed 10 people so far,
今からでも遅くない。
like it might like send him spiraling.
先生と俺あんまり年違わないけど、先生は俺の命救ってくれた。俺の親みたいな感じが子供の時欲しかったんだ。からくり時計、ちょうど時刻になるとぴょこぴょこくるみ割り人形が飛び出してくるやつ。時計屋のショーウィンドウに顔をひっつけてた。一番最初にやった錠前破りがその店さ。その時はすぐに捕まって時計は手に入らなかった。それから錠前破りが俺の仕事になった。あの時計が欲しかっただけなんだ。ただあれが欲しかっただけなのに。
全部話すんだ。警察に全部話して一からやり直すんだ。
仲間全員殺されたんだ。
誰に？君の言っていたモンスターにか。
So there are more bodies?
So the ones who murdered couples are dead right now.
Oh,
and he is the last. You know what I mean?
yeah, but like associates in breaking houses or associates in like breaking houses and stealing and murdering? He's so concerned about his the clock. So concerned about his love life. This would terrify me, honestly. I don't like this at all.
See
It's
that,
very
right?
sweet.
Yeah. What is with you?
So like if they broke in like to steal things and left and someone was paying attention to like kill the couples of the houses they entered. Gonna stop. I think you're gonna get killed. Because he bought you a present.
I mean, yes, and
And,
also
like, there's
all
this-
his associates are also dead.
Yeah, so like it's coming for you as well.
I mean, that's what he said. Mandarin, he said. I don't think so. Where is the?
He like went to the bathroom or
I
something.
can't watch this.
I don't.
I'll tell you. You shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said this. I can't watch this. Oh my god. What is happening in this show? What is happening in this show?
Is it a slit throat?
You
How
can
did
leave
he
it in
even
his
enter?
grave. The bow is the same color
As
than
the
the bow
from
on
the
candy.
yeah.
Who cares? Is he dead as well, or did he escape and now they're gonna think that like he killed him as well? Yes,
But it's poison. It's candy.
it's candy.
This makes no sense now.
Well,
If it's the
it's
boy,
the same person, exactly.
then
It's
how did the
same
boy
person.
get the candy? This makes no sense.
It doesn't have to. It's the same person who is killing from the start. It can be a boy or a third person. He is definitely not a killer. Come on.
This makes no sense to me. But poison, they say poison is the weapon of a woman. I don't know what to do with that information.
I was
I'm
like,
just
or a
telling you.
can it be a child?
Well, yeah, but like candy, you connected with children, so like yeah. Again, that doesn't make sense why that bag of candy would be there like 9 years ago if like the
No,
boy
makes
is
no sense.
responsible for the.
What is happening in this show? I would never come in somebody screamed this. What do you want? Do you have a death wish?
Everyone who sees him dies.
Oh, is this supernatural? Is monster
I have
supernatural?
no idea.
Or is this man insane? This man is insane. Is he now? Is this a child?
Like,
I'm so scared.
like I figured, but I'm all chills.
I'm so
But I don't
scared.
understand. But I understand, like. But like the candy, I just don't understand.
The kid is a psychopath.
そうだよあの双子だよ覚えていてくれたんだね逃げろ先生もやられる何をするつもりだユンケルスさんは私の患者だぞ
I'll give him the candy. No
Oh,
gun.
gun. See, this is not
Okay.
supernatural. But like, everyone died either from gun or like a.
処刑だよ
What is it? Well, like, what do you mean execute him? Who are he talking to?
俺たちこいつに雇われてたんだいつもこいつから電話がかかってきた
まさか四空の中年夫婦殺しの依頼人は君なのか
泣き使いのフリッツも男のボイスももうこいつに殺されてんだフリッツが死ぬ間際に言ってたんだ俺たちはモンスターに雇われたって
おしゃべりだなユンケルス
Well, you allowed him to talk very much. You literally.
君の正体を知らないようだが私は知ってる君はヨハン・ディーベルと双子の兄弟の兄だ1986年東ドイツから亡命してきた元東ドイツ貿易局顧問これだけの素性が分かっていたら逃げ延びることは不可能だぞこれ以上罪を重ねるなヨハン
Do you have a death wish?
ヨハンかそういう名前の時もあったっけでもそれは僕の本当の名前じゃない僕の過去を知っちゃいけないんだあの4組の夫婦もリーベルト夫妻もでも先生は別だよ 先生は僕の親みたいなものだもん。親？僕はここにいないんだから。やめろ！人を殺しちゃいけない！人の命を何だと思っているんだ！私は君の命を助けることで本部に立ち返ることができたんだぞ。君を助けることで人の命の重さは全て平等だって気づいたんだぞ。誰も人の命を奪う資格なんかない。私は何年間も何がおかしい。あの事件の後すぐに外科部長になったんだって。院長や外科部長やチーフが死んだから今の先生
So you did it,
Yeah.
but how?
Oh, with the candy.
How the candy? How did you poison the candy, seal it shut, and...
Literally.
だって先生が言ったんじゃない。僕の意識が戻った時先生は言ってたじゃない。殺したいほど憎んでたじゃない。僕は間違ってなんかいない。死んだ方がマシだ。マシだ。マシだ。先生の望み通りにしてあげたいんだよ。
How?
僕はあの時死んでいたはずだったんだ。先生が僕を生き返らせてくれたんだ。
You see his face and yet you live.
雨は嫌いなんですよ。事件の証拠が。
Now he has to say, I didn't shoot the patient.
Yeah.
あなたはどうです、ドクター天馬。ということはですよ。あなたの言ったことをまとめるとこう。1986年、東ドイツから亡命したリーベルトの子供に双子の兄弟がいた。リーベルト一家は銃撃を受け、両親が死亡。双子の兄が頭部に重傷を負った。その少年のオペを執刀し、彼の一命を取り留めた。その少年は驚いたことに、病院の院長、外科部長、
See, that sounds too unbelievable.
州警察の警官をまたもや毒入りのキャンディーで殺害し、
Who would say it?
そしてあなたの目前で
Ever.
アドルフ・ユンケル
It's too specific to be not true, you know what I mean?
Like, how would I make
Who
this
would-
up?
Who would invent this story?
Well, I know this sounds unbelievable, but it's the truth.
今日のところはお引き取りいただこう。
まさかドクター天馬ほどの地位のある医者があんな犯行を犯すとは思いませんものね。これで4件の中年夫婦殺人事件を解決する糸口がなくなってしまいました。ヨハン・リーベルトというやつを当たってみますか。
What is in your mind? Now he looks more a bit like in the intro.
Yeah,
This is changing his life, definitely.
this looks like Spike in Cowboy Bebop.
Now his whole life has turned upside down, basically.
You still did the right thing.
Of course. But he was even saying to the kid. Is it always this music?
Yes, and then it stops.
Oh. Silence. That's what. This is gonna be.
I'm just trying to figure out how a child has put poison in the candy bag that's sealed. Like, right now, this is my biggest. Because, like, it was kind of obvious that the kid was gonna be, let's say, like a killer, you know? I just didn't think. I just couldn't find ways how he would have, like, put the candy. How he could have put poison in the candy bag. And I still don't know how this was done. I would like some explanation. Like, it's muscle relaxant or whatever. So, like, it's in the hospital, but still, it's in the bag.
No, it makes no sense. First, do we think that he's the one who killed the parents?
I was thinking this throughout this, and now I don't know. I don't think so now.
Because there
Now
is a big
I
hole
think-
there as well. Where is the gun that he shot himself with?
No, but like now, like this makes
Somebody
me think,
else.
yeah, somebody else. I'm like, this also poses a question of, like, for example, if he was shot in the head, you know, and Tenma, like, removed the bullet that was very difficult to remove. I don't know, like, how this functions. Now, this can be medically incorrect completely. I don't know, does this do, like, could it potentially, like, do something also to your, like, psyche? You know what I mean? Like, could it disrupt it in some way for him now to become, quote unquote, a monster? You know, because, like, now I'm thinking just someone random, let's say, basically kill the parents for some, like, political reasons, whatever.
That would make sense. And
Kill the, like, shot
child
Johan.
woke up and he shot him.
Yeah, and the girl maybe didn't, or maybe, like, he told the girl to stay in the room because, like, he's the older brother or something.
Yeah.
And then, like, the girl got petrified when, like, she went outside and saw all of them shot or whatever.
And then it makes sense that she was yelling "kill me" because, like, all her
everyone's
family
dead.
members are dead at that point. First, okay, then maybe because, like, he's in a very difficult state. He was shot in the head. He feels weak. Everything hurts. Everything. Listen, I have no idea.
Let me just Google, like, if you get shot in the head, could that, like, turn off some type of, like, emotional sensors?
The thing is, like, I could understand for him. It makes no sense. Nothing makes sense. Just because, again, in that moment, because, like, he cling on to Tenma. You know what I mean? He clinged on to Tenma.
Yeah, like
Tenma,
he has been a savior in some way to him.
Tenma became his parent. That's what he's saying. But first, how does that happen? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, how I understand that he would, but, like, he didn't wake up in that moment. Does he know that his parents are dead? I would understand him clinging on to Kenma if he woke up, found out his parents are dead.
Yeah.
And now he has this one person who has saved his life and is there with him. And, like, I would understand for him to want to do anything for that person just to not lose them. But
it's not like he searched out for him afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like this was no, but, like, I can.
So, like,
I can imagine that, like, hearing those words, maybe, like, the first thing that he heard when he woke up, like, awoke something in him that, like, that made it so that, like, I would have liked to re-listen to this speech that he's told to him, because, like, he said something along the lines of, like, you know, basically, like, they're corrupt and that's not how it should be done. And so, like, whatever. And I don't know, like, if he heard that, like, does he now, from that, let's say his brain is now programmed to kill people that he thinks are, like, doing things, like, those 4 couples, are they doing something? Like, are they bad people in his eyes or whatever?
Even if I remember correctly, also what Tenma told him is, like, I saved you, you have to live now because I lost everything and now you have to have a purpose or something like that. Like, not purpose, but, like, you now have to live, you have to survive, you have to fight or something. Because, like, I remember me thinking in that moment, no, he doesn't. He has to fight for himself, not for,
like, not to have, like, this greater purpose in life, like, live and be happy.
Literally, that's what my thought was. Like, he's fighting to survive for himself, not because you saved him. That's what I thought in that moment. So that's why I remember that part. But, like, how did a child of 11 years old, 11, 10, 9, 7?
At that point, everything is the same to me.
Yeah. How did a very young child read all those words, and what happened for him, to him, or was that what happened? How did it influence him to become who he is right now?
I can believe that, and that also makes it a more, let's say, of a compelling storyline, because, like, if he shot his parents, let's say, unless the parents were abusive or something like that, if he, like, shot his parents, then, like, that would indicate that potentially, like, he was born with, like, being a psychopath. And that's kind of, let's say, a clear-cut case then. Like, there's, kind of that's maybe what it is.
Yeah, but that
No,
would be
I don't
my
think
opinion.
that's what it is, because then, like, there's not much to, like, talk about in terms of, like, morality or his thought process or something like that. So, like, if he was just... If his parents were killed, in the meantime, he got shot as well. And then, because maybe of Tenma's words to him as he was lying in the hospital bed alongside saving him, and again, I was just reading about if you get shot in the head. A gunshot wound to the head can significantly alter brain function and potentially affect an individual's moral reasoning and decision-making abilities. However, it is not a simple case of losing morality. Brain damage, especially to regions involved in emotional and social processing, can impair a person's ability to understand and act according to moral principles, but it doesn't necessarily erase their moral compass entirely. So, like, it would impact your social processing. So, like, I can believe that by hearing what Tenma told him, that he went on to first, like, avenge, in a way, let's say, Tenma, and then potentially...
I mean, stop the injustice, stop the
Yeah.
corruption, stop the...
Yeah.
You,
And now he might be also, like, if I understood correctly, he hired the guys, the associates, like, he hired all of them to kill, right? Because, like, I first thought, like, he just hired maybe them to break in. Because, like, I thought that, like, this, if they said the guy is just, like, a lock picker, and I was like, murder and picking locks is two different things,
yeah, but
you know
like
what I mean?
everybody has specialty in something. These ones are strong and can slice necks, and this
Well,
one
yeah,
knows how to open.
yes, because, like, later on he said, like, the names of the guys are, like,
Yeah,
Slasher
yeah,
or something. I don't know what it
the
says.
Slayer or something.
Something like that. So he hired those guys to kill 8 people that didn't also have kids, which is interesting, because, like, now I'm thinking, did you hire 8 people to not kill kids? I mean, that don't have kids because, like, you didn't want to, like, leave traumatized children, because, like, that's not justice in your eyes. I would love to know more about these 8 people. Like, what are they involved in?
I mean, definitely the show really focused on the fact that they don't have children, and that's
Yeah.
something that is in common with all 4 couples, and they're middle-aged.
And then, like, he kills the people that killed them. So, like, he on one side, like, gets rid of evidence. I mean, gets rid of people that have seen him, and on the other side, he maybe, like, gets rid of people that also, like, would have killed for hire, that also would, like, let's say, be a moral thing or whatever. I don't know if that's how he justifies it, or if he just is a serial killer.
I mean, he's definitely a serial
No, he's a serial killer. I'm like, is he a serial killer with a purpose?
I think so, potentially. I definitely think so.
I mean, I think so as well.
Because, like, in my opinion, even psychopaths, they're not all the same, honestly. And they all are different from each other. Some became this, some became that, some are doing this, some are doing, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, like, in my opinion, that's what I want to say. I think that storyline would also be interesting, But I mean, I have no idea. I really have no idea where the story is going.
No, I think this is very the show keeps reminding me of Death Note.
Literally.
Does it not?
Yes, literally.
It keeps reminding me of Death Note.
Definitely. It also, like, again, this thing also was, but, like, we didn't say, yeah, but, like, that's what we thought. All of that, like, there are holes in the story, but, like, the biggest thing is not holes. There are things that we don't understand at this point, and we don't know at this point. But the biggest thing is how did a child who was in a bed with a gunshot wound in his head get up, took a candy, found the poison, put the poisonous candy in the bag, sealed the bag, put it next to his bed, hope that the 3 doctors are gonna eat the candy.
Like, how would he even know that would be poisonous?
Nothing makes that part
Like,
makes
he doesn't have
zero
internet. How the fuck would he know? He's 9.
Even if he
10.
did, how did he do it? And how did it really happen that they took that candy and ate it? How was that like? Was not like
Like, did
a
he make
knife?
a bet? Like, did he make a bet?
Makes no sense.
Did he
Makes
make
no
a
sense.
bet?
You know what I mean?
Like, maybe they take
Like
it.
I think the bigger the like even the more realistic route would be finding a gun and shooting them, or finding a knife. There is a lot of them in the hospital. But like him as a kid, I don't know.
I don't know if this is something that's gonna be explained, or this is just like I have to
Honestly,
take it as it is.
I think it's not gonna be explained.
Because I'm gonna lose my mind. How did he do this? Like, what the thing, the muscle relaxant. What like, does it come in a syringe? Because like maybe he could have just like poked a hole in the candy bag. But like, how the fuck would he know to do that? Also, like, if it comes in a syringe, there has to be a difference between like eating it and injecting it into your bloodstream. Like, it doesn't work the same. You know what I mean? Like, if I now took salt and ate it, or like injected it into my blood, that's two different things.
Yeah. Honestly, so that's a big question. The other thing that like is also interesting is, again, this is the kid that in Tenma's eyes gave him a purpose. He found his path, like, to becoming a real doctor, to not searching for money, fame, just like a career, this ladder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it put him on this path of being a doctor, taking care of his patients, and like he's now chief of surgery, but like that all came because of how good he is and how smart he is and how hard he's working, you know. And now he finds out that all that when that all happened, when he say that boy wanted to become a murderer.
Yeah.
And I am very interested to see how much is that gonna, I mean, that is traumatic in any way, even if it wasn't the purpose, you know.
Yeah.
But like seeing
Like,
something
that's what
like that
made
traumatic.
him like continue. That's what made him a good doctor, because
But-
like he was like chasing the research or whatever, and like after that he seems like he's a very
Yes, but
like, how do I say this, a very present doctor, and really cares about each and every single patient.
yes, but like not only that, like saving this child made the child for what it is, for made this person for what they are. It also gave this person a purpose to kill those. He's like, you said that you want them killed, and I killed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you cannot not blame yourself for that.
He said that.
The kid told him, I remember what you said. You said if I could kill them, like I hate
Well,
them
that
so
they
much, I
deserve
could
to.
kill them. Something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
deserve to.
So like the kid said that to Tenma, you know?
Yeah.
So, and now Tenma remembers saying that. So because of his words, 3 people, at least in that moment, ended up dead. God knows how many in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that is gonna... so like I could understand like how you would connect this to Frankenstein, because like
Frankenstein's
technically he did
monster.
made his
Yeah.
monster because of the words that he told him in that moment of, let's say, emotion and weaknesses, and like everything that he felt in that at that point. But like that is gonna influence him so much, you know, like again the guilt that like a person could feel, even though they're not guilty. They did nothing.
No, not
For
in
this
any
person.
way. It's
Yeah.
just like it makes you.
Like if you didn't say it, maybe this wouldn't have had those 3 people
Because like,
wouldn't have
I
died.
think it can make him question, which like again I don't think it should, in terms of like he's a doctor and he did what his job was. But like he said, you know, all people are created equal. And by saying that, like, that also means all the people in like murderers and child abusers and teachers, like everyone is created equal. That becomes like difficult for you to, let's say, process. Like if you know, like someone killed, I don't know, like you have 2 people come in with life-threatening wounds, and one has like killed 10 children, and the other one is like fucking, I'm not gonna say Mother Teresa because apparently she was very awful. One is someone very good. I have no
One
in
is
mind.
Lola.
Yes, imagine.
I would say Lola.
Like, you know, and if you're forced to make a choice, then like you would make a choice that says that not all lives are created equal, let's say. I think it can make him like it can make him like spiral in that type of a way, which is like I think it's a very unpleasant spiral to go down in, and I think in a way a very dangerous, I think, thing to a very dangerous thing to spiral down to, because like when I say all people are created equal, I believe that like even if you're the worst of the worst, like I still think jail cells, shouldn't be holes in the ground. Like however bad you can be, like I still think everyone should be afforded some type of human decency, to some degree. Not to some degree, like you should have some amount of human decency, regardless of anything. Like that to me means everyone is created equal.
Created, yes.
Yeah. Like what they're gonna become later on, and like yes, absolutely. So like I really wonder how he's gonna spiral. I think he's gonna quit being a doctor because now the intro, it seems like he is searching for him. Like I think maybe he stops being a doctor and starts searching for him, because like now he probably thinks that like I have created this, so now I have to
my obligation to.
Yeah, it's my obligation to get rid of him,
stop him.
Yeah. So like I think that's where he was going. But I wanted to say what we were talking about before. When you were talking, I just kept thinking, what are the chances? Because I cannot let the candy bag go. I literally cannot let the candy bag go. That seems like a hole.
I completely agree with you.
So like I'm thinking, what if Tenma is the one that put in the poison? Because like let's say it's a candy bag that he knows that man likes because he's his future father-in-law, so he would know these things, right? So like he knows that he would take it, and he put it in to like poison him. Happens to be that like he offered it to two other doctors who also died, and the boy was in the room while Tenma was putting the poison in. And so now the boy, like, to thank him in a way for saving his life, like takes that upon himself to let Tenma pretend that he did not do this. And the boy later on like went and became like this killer, maybe for like some type of like reasons, greater good or whatever. Because then that will make sense as to like how the candy bag was poisoned. Because like Tenma could have done it. But like maybe it's just like, maybe we should not look at the candy bag. Maybe the point, maybe we should not look at the candy bag that deeply. They just like want to say, I poisoned it, and he said that he poisoned it, but like, did you really poison it? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know. The way he said, the way that Tenma was shocked.
Yeah, but like, do you not think that like if you do something, I'm not even sure if I believe. I don't think this is the case. Like, I am 95% sure that that's not the case, that like Tenma didn't do anything. Tenma, my God. But like, there's this 5% chance that like something else that we don't know, maybe the full story. Because again, it's a candy bag that's sealed. How would the child even know that would poison? I don't know that would poison something. I wouldn't know that my muscle relaxants would poison you and could kill you. Did you know that?
Why would...
See what I mean? Like, why would a 10-year-old know this? Did he just like grab anything?
I really don't know. Because like when we were talking, even in one of the previous episodes, we were talking about how somebody really has to know you to know like what you would take. We literally had this conversation.
Well, yes, that's why I'm still like...
That was the moment when it did cross my mind. Kenma does maybe know his father-in-law. So like I understand that it just from this episode, and from any episode before that, honestly, to me at least, it doesn't seem that way. To me at least, it seems that the story that is happening is that like he with his words and what he said after he saved the child's life, he made him kill these people and now become who he became. That's how it seems to me, honestly. Not like that he killed somebody.
Yeah.
And I do understand that like he could
No,
pretend,
again, I
because
think-
like maybe you convince yourself that you didn't do something so much that you start believing it, that you didn't do it for your own mental
preservation,
health.
yeah.
Yes. So like I do understand that, but somehow this seems like what is happening is the case. I don't know.
I agree. I think that's like,
And maybe the
I'm
candy
pretty confident
bag.
that's what's happening. It's just that, like, if I cannot let the candy bag go, and like, again, we had our three options, which like somehow it could end up being all three.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Because the
like
first one
one killed parents, for example.
Remember as you said, the first one seems more likely to be a child, and it was a.
But the candy is least likely to be a child.
And it turned out that potentially the parents is gunman. That was least likely, and the.
So everything that I think is least likely, that's what I'm saying, telling you this theory, because I
You
don't think
you
it's too
said
likely.
you said it's least likely, so potentially is.
Well, that's what I mean, because that's why I'm saying it, because it's least likely, and apparently everything that's least likely is likely.
And I'm just looking for the holes in these theories. I'm just looking for the holes.
The first
there are
hole,
so many
I mean, the
holes.
first hole that the boy said is like poisoning the candy. How'd you poison the candy?
Yes.
How'd you poison the candy?
How the fuck did you poison the candy?
Again, maybe like people are gonna let us know if this is not something we like need to think about too deep. It's like a plot.
Just like we have
It's
to-
like a plot hole. Just like ignore it.
I understand, but why not make it like he woke up and somehow killed those people? You know what I mean?
Because he's like a 10-year-old. How the fuck was he gonna kill the people?
With candy?
Well, that's the only way that he could have killed someone.
Really?
With poison. How the
Honestly-
fuck? You cannot outpower them. You have no gun.
Yeah, but like
How are you gonna kill them?
I feel like, to me personally, it would be more believable, because who would suspect the child? You know what I mean? Nobody would look at the child.
Where would the
So, like,
child have a gun after
not
lying in the...
gun.
What then?
Like a knife, like the surgical knife, somehow found surgical knife, and the person
Yeah, but like
turns
then he would have
around.
had to...
Bah!
He would have had to been walking through the hospital and also be at the home of the doctor. Because the one doctor died at home.
Yes, but
like
I understand, but like the story didn't have to be
Yeah.
that way. The story could have been that they all died in the hospital, and I understand with the walking. The walking is the problem, but like how did he put the things in the candy?
well, because like he's in the hospital room, maybe they give him muscle relaxants for something. I don't know what it's used for,
And
honestly.
he put it in the candy,
Yeah.
judging it's gonna kill them, and seal the bag.
Like how the fuck do you seal it? Okay, no. If it was in a syringe, sure.
Syringe? What is that?
Like you could have just like
Yeah.
But again, you didn't put it into their bloodstream. I cannot imagine that would like ingesting it. Muscle relax. I'm not a doctor nor a psychic to know if that's how it really happened, and if that is a possibility that it could have happened like this. So like
It happened in the show. It happened in the show. This is how.
Let's just go with it for now.
Let's just go with it. Yeah.
Let's just go with it for now,
I agree.
because whether it's a plot hole, again, I think the overarching plot and the message of it
Yeah.
about him like saving this child that went on to be a serial killer later on
Yeah.
is incredibly compelling.
Yeah, I agree. So, and if it's not a plot hole, somebody's gonna explain.
Exactly how this
Too
could
dumb.
have happened.
Girls.
I am a blonde for a reason. Please
So,
help.
yeah. That's it, guys.
I'm so excited to watch
Thank
next
you so
episode.
much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.